Well, I attended my locals on Saturday, and it was a surprisingly big turnout. We had, I don't know how many people, but it ended up being 5 rounds, and I took my Blue-Eyes Primite deck and I ended up going undefeated, which was pretty surprising because recently I've had some kind of bad luck with being able to top at my locals, but um, it worked out. It was 5 rounds, like I said. Um, my matchups were round one was against Malice, round two was Crystron, round three was Ryziel Fiendsmith, round four was Centurion, actually, and round five was another Malice. Um, I have been changing my deck basically every locals just to see how everything feels, and I've been able to cut the deck down to 40 cards, and it feels really good. Um, so yeah, I figured I finally had a really good thing to report, and what better thing to report than undefeated after 5 rounds. So before I do get into the profile, I am almost at 100 subscribers. I'm like 2 away, I think. And so if you aren't subscribed, maybe consider subscribing. It just helps me out, and I don't beg for subscribers often. But hey, I'm going to get into the profile. So first up, I have 2 Blue-Eyes White Dragon, pretty standard, not really much to talk about. But I did play 1 Jet Dragon, and like, I think, yeah, last month there was a regional that I went to, and I actually played I played 1 Jet Dragon in the main. That card did not come up whatsoever in like all of 8 rounds. I never once saw or summoned a Jet Dragon, and I thought this card was terrible. And then last night I said, hey, I need 1 more card to fit in the deck for a flat 40. I'm gonna try Jet Dragon again, and it came up, and it was amazing. I usually try to end on it if I'm going first, like game 2 or 3, just to protect me from back row hate like Lightning Storm and Feather Duster now that it's becoming popular again. And against the Ryziel Fiendsmith player, it actually came up because after I won, he showed me he had Feather Duster, and he was just trying to gun to get rid of this card. So basically it saved me, and it also saved me against the Centurion player, where I ended on Blue-Eyes, I think it was a Tyrant Dragon and a Jet Dragon. I just went, and he ended on a Cosmic Blazar. He went, or I went, sorry, Jet Dragon into attack position, attack into it. He was like, yeah, that's fine. And I went Jet to bounce, Blazar back into the extra deck. He went Blazar to negate. I'm like, cool, negate, destroy, fine. Attack, True Light, summon back another Blue-Eyes. It was very good. I think I'm going to keep this because I didn't brick on this really whatsoever, and it just felt really good. Actually, I'm not going to talk too much into it, actually. I don't want to take too much time. I did play 3 Maiden. I think 3 Maiden is very standard. It is 1 card combo, essentially, to end on like double Spirit. I don't know if just Maiden ends on double Spirit plus like Majesty with 2 Blue-Eyes engraved, but it can definitely almost get you there. And then 3 copies of Sage with Eyes of Blue, just because this is 1 card combo. For the spells and traps, I played 3 Wishes. Wishes is amazing. 1 Mausoleum of White, 1 Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragon, and 1 True Light and 1 Majesty of the White Dragons. There is a player at my locals that is also playing Blue Eyes, and we've kind of just been bouncing ideas off of each other. And yesterday he tried playing 2 Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons, which makes sense in a format where Malice Bestial is a really big thing. It helps for the grind game. And I do agree having 2 of it would be pretty interesting. So, or having 2 would be pretty helpful when trying to extend or bring back any banished Blue Eyes. So potentially I might try 2 Roar in the main deck at some point. But yeah, that is the Blue Eyes stuff. There's really not much to explain about it, other than the fact that, you know, Majesty of White is absolutely broken if you end with 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. For the Primite stuff, ever since I cut it to 40, I've been seeing this a lot more, and we love it. When I played 41, or I think at some point I played 42, but I'm not sure. When I played 41, I hardly ever saw this engine, but now that I cut it to 40, I've always been seeing it, which I'm not complaining. Triple Ether Barrel, triple Lordly Load, and 1 Drill Beam. These cards are broken going first, and then Drill Beam is broken going second. I've had conversations with the other Blue Eyes player about potentially playing 2 Drill Beam, 1 in main, 1 inside, but that just seems very, very risky and not that great. Yeah, there's really not much to talk about. Before Blue Eyes did come out, I was thinking about playing more of the Primite engine, that would being 1 Primite Roar and a level 1 tuner to summon off of it, because if you play that, it makes Ether Barrel a 1 card Spirit Dragon, which sometimes could be all you need. It's at minimum 2 interactions off of the Spirit Dragon, 1 as a graveyard negate and 2 to summon whatever light extra deck monster, and a banish off of the Primite Roar, and then whatever hand traps you have. So it was an idea I wanted to try, but I don't think is really absolutely necessary, but I could try it one day. But yeah, these cards are busted. For the non-engine, I played 3 Nibiru the Primal Being, 3 Perulia, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Ghost Ogre, 2 Veiler, and triple Nib. Or, sorry, Imperm. Why did I say Nib? This ratio of hand traps felt insanely good. Going second, I get more access to it if I open Perulias, and I play a very decent chunk of hand traps. So the amount of hand traps I usually open was like at least 2 to 3 plus some kind of engine, which was really good. Nibiru could be hit or miss. It's really good against a Malice player that overextends, and if they're past their 5th summon and they go White Binder effect on summon to banish, you can let them banish stuff from their grave, and then once that resolves, go Nibiru. If they've already used like their whatever Bestials they have, or if they use Malice and Underground, it's really good because they don't end on GW6 unless they open it. Perulias, much better than Fualos. I'm a strong believer that Perulia is better than Fualos, and that's not because I can't really afford Fualoses right now. Into Ryziel, if they don't open if they do not open ice and they don't start with it, this gets you at least 4 draws. If you open Prulia and Ash, Valor, or Imperm, and they go normal summon ice, that's 1 draw. They go effective ice, you chain one of those to negate it. They have to extend or else they end on nothing, and that gives you more draws. So pairing Prulia and one of these against Ryziel is really good if they start with ice. 2 Valor seemed really good. I didn't see it all the time. I didn't hard open like 2 copies plus more non-engine. Going first and being able to search 1 to 2 of these is incredibly, it felt really good. So I think 2 is just the perfect ratio for the deck. Ghost Ogres also felt really good. Against Ryziel, they go summon Duo Drive effect to search. You go Ghost Ogre to destroy it, they can't search, and they're down, I don't know how many extenders, but it just felt really good. I wanted to play Purges over Ghost Ogre, but I don't have them yet, and now that I've had a taste for playing this, I might still play this. If I had to cut something, I think I might cut 1 Ghost Ogre, 1 Nib, just to fit 2 Purges at least, or 3 if I decide to go 41, but I think I want to stay at that perfect 40. Yeah, that's my hand trap lineup. It felt really good. I'm super happy with it. For my extra deck, token upgrade, we love Hoodoo. For the fusions, 1 Neo and 1 Tyrant. This is standard unless you're playing more of a pure build, in which case 2 Tyrant is probably more standard. I play triple Spirit Dragon just because this card is very good in the grind game. If you can just get it to stick, you've got a Graveyard Negate, which is very good against not Ryziel, Fiendsmith, and it's good against Druris Worm, which is very important. But in also some cases, it's good against Eclipse Twins. So I play 3 just because I normally only end on 1 in my combo, and sometimes if my hand is good enough, I end on 2. And if I end on 2, it's really hard for my opponent to out. I played 2 Ultimate Spirit Dragon, mainly because when I was playing 1 and I was on the Crimson Dragon plus a level 12 target package, having just 1 and then it being destroyed in the end phase felt really bad, and so I figured I should bump it up to 2 just to be able to summon it more, because it's a really good card. It negates a card on field, and then when it's destroyed by a Spirit's effect, it can bring back any light dragon you need. So this ratio of the Spirit Synchros feel really good to me. I play 1 Chaos Angel because of the fact that Ultimate Spirit Dragon can bring back regular Spirit, and then at that point you already have like Blue-Eyes and Maiden on field, so when it comes to your turn, you go Maiden plus level 9 Spirit into Chaos Angel, banish something, and now your synchros are unaffected by your opponent's monster effects. It's just really good. I have also been told by the other Blue-Eyes player who I suggested you could probably play this, that this card felt really good to play. 1 Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. It's just another target to summon off of this alongside a copy of Lightstorm Dragon. This card is very good. It's really cool what you can do with this if this is summoned off of Spirit. I've had a lot of duels where I went summon Spirit, tribute into Lightstorm Dragon. Lightstorm, I usually have a Blue-Eyes Engrave. I can target 2 cards, or 2 back row my opponent has to destroy them, and then that helps me play safer into a board if my opponent ends very poorly. And then when it's destroyed, you can set a spell or trap card from your graveyard, but you can only activate it if you control a normal monster. That's not a big deal because you're going to have Blue Eyes. So it's really cool what you can do with Lightstorm Dragon. It is also a level 9, so if you still have this on Field and Maiden, you can also go into Chaos Angel. For the rest of the extra deck, 1 Typhon. I usually just make this if I'm really desperate. Going into an opponent's board of just like Detonator Pass. It's very good, but if your opponent has like a setup board of like everything, it's not the greatest to summon because usually it just ends your turn. 2 Spirit with Eyes of Blue gets your field spell, and it summons Blue Eyes, and that's really all you need. 1 Hieratic Seals and 1 Alina to potentially steal an opponent's detonator and use it for yourself, which is pretty cool. So that is my extra deck. And then for my side is kind of interesting. I'm just kind of theory crafting with it right now. I say theory, but it's pretty standard for a side deck. I do not like the Malice matchup playing into a board, so I play 3 Meows and 3 Lancia, just siding in all of the Malice hate. 3 Meows, 3 Lancia, 2 Lightning Storm, and a Feather Duster. It's just very difficult to break that board if you open like no hand traps, so being able to draw into more hand traps, drawing into a floodgate, and drawing into any back row hate is really good against Malice. Now for this next card, I was also talking to the other Blue Eyes player who was able to use it before I did, and he said it was very good. So I tried playing 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More, simply for the Ryziel matchup. Mermail is getting popular again, so and they're really not ending on the equip spell that negates the first spell card activated once it resolves. So hitting them with a Dark Ruler No More feels very good. Against Ryziel Fiendsmith too, I don't really think they end on any kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? I really don't know. Like when Bell was playing Fiendsmith, if you went Dark Ruler, they could just chain the Unchained trap card to summon back like their Link 2 and then go Desiree to negate Dark Ruler. Fiendsmith Ryziel or just Ryziel don't really have any trap cards that do that. So I think this card is better, especially for Blue Eyes, just because you go Dark Ruler and then make Tyrant Dragon and it just outs their whole board. So I tried it. It was very good. I really liked this. And then standard trap cards for going first, 2 Strike and a Skill Drain. Very standard for Blue Eyes, I think. There's really not much to talk about this cards. So yeah, the whole, like, the spotlight is on Dark Rulers. This card came up a couple times. Against the Ryziel player, it didn't really matter, just because I went Dark Ruler, Normal Summon Sage, with a rather poor hand, and he just went Strike the effect. I went, yeah, that's game 2. But against the Centurion player, this card came up just because he ended on Legacia plus Cosmic Blazar, and then when I went Lightning Storm, he made Dissipator, and I went Dark Ruler No More and negated his whole board. He did do the Cosmic Blazar to negate something just to keep it in rotation, which was very smart of him. but it did help save me. Yeah, that is my Blue-Eyes deck profile that I went undefeated 5-0 with at my last locals, with a very huge turnout. It's very surprising, even for a weekend locals. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and you know, 2 subscribers away from being at my first milestone. So if you liked the video, maybe subscribe and help me out. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.